What's what's going on, boxing heads? It's your boy Pool Kind of Boxing. Come back at you with another boxing video. So, Jemaine Ortiz will be fighting Teofimo Lopez, and I'm looking at the fights, and I just kind of want to give my little 2 cents. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. So, I'm looking at Jemaine Ortiz, who gave Vasil Lomachenko a really good fight, and I'm wondering why Teofimo Lopez, chose this guy. And for one, he's just getting back, coming off that Antonio Moran fight, right? And I looked at that fight and I said, Jermaine Ortiz is picking up some good experience, except, you know, he's, he don't have that much power. He don't have a lot of power, and he's not a really good inside fighter, right? And he don't have enough power or enough explosiveness to beat Teofimo Lopez, because Teofimo Lopez is such an extremely explosive athlete. So he puts his explosiveness put me in the mind of Javante Tank Davis, where he can attack you suddenly, and he one of those rare gifted athletes to where he's so fast that he don't have to be fundamentally sound, and we saw that in the Josh Taylor fight, where he was just so much faster, so much younger, so much more powerful that he went in there most of the fight. He fought with his hands down. He just beat Josh Taylor to the punch using his fast feet. His athletic ability, and it's going to be hard for Jermaine Ortiz because he's not a good inside fighter, right? And he gets hit with straight punches, right? Because let me show you something. Let's see. Let me show you something. Here is here's Lomachenko, right? Now, now Ortiz, he's straight up, and we know Lomachenko's fast, you know. So he's able to line Ortiz up here and boom, catch him. That's a knockout with Teofimo Lopez right there. That's a fight ending shot right there. You know what I'm saying? Because Teofimo got a hell of a lot more power than Vasil and Lomachenko. And even Lomachenko had to respect Teo power, right? And also, what I see in Jermaine Ortiz is that he goes straight back a lot. He gets caught coming out. He stays in the pocket. He gets a little bit too deep into the pocket, and when you fighting an athletic, explosive fighter like Lomachenko, who has a little bit less power, who has a lot less power than Teofimo Lopez. When you pull him back like this, I mean, and you get caught, what I'm saying? It's gonna be a wrap for you, because Teofimo Lopez could put them punches, his hand speed and his punch reaction time is tremendous, right? And he got the power to go with it, so he can really knock out Jermaine Ortiz. I see him get hit like this all the time in fights against Antonio Morel. He was getting hit, with straight punches, move, going out the side, coming out the side, moving back. He was getting hit, with these kind of punches, right? So in Teofimo Lopez, anything he lands, a lot what he lands is power shots, right? He uses the jab as a rangefinder, to leverage, his right hand. And, he's gonna have Jermaine Ortiz gunshot, and I say that because, Jermaine Ortiz is not going to be able to throw something to really hurt Teofimo Lopez with that thick neck. And, one thing about Teo, he got good punch resistance. So he's going to have to be able to hurt Teo to keep him at bay, because Teo likes to put pressure on. And that's another thing I want to talk about, because when he fought Antonio Moran, Antonio Moran was able to exchange. He exchanged with Antonio, even though he had come off a 11-month layoff. Um, it was plain to see that he shouldn't have been exchanging with um, with Antonio Moran, right? Because in this exchange right here, this is his inside. I mean, he's got good mechanics, but he got to get low. You know what I'm saying? And Antonio Moran was able to catch his ass. You know what I'm saying? In a left hook counter and hurt him. Oh, not that one. Let me see. I'm trying to find it right there. But that's he got off right there. But this is the exchange where he didn't see the punch coming. Boom, and he got hit. You know what I'm saying? As Antonio Moran came around the outside and hit him, he was hurt. Now, a punch like this on the inside, he can't mess around on the inside with Teofimo Lopez. I mean, with Teofimo Lopez because Teofimo, he really don't fight on the outside. But if he get caught on the inside with Teofimo, his fast hands and the hooks that Teo throws will cause more devastating damage than what Antonio Moran is throwing right here. And he's going to have to stay from the inside with these exchanges right here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though he was able to do this to Antonio Moran, so he's not the same caliber fighter of Teofimo Lopez because he really got hurt in that exchange, and it was just, you know. But he recuperated nicely. But that's against a lesser opponent. Antonio Moran, he was knocked out by Devin Haney, right? 2019. So, that ain't no Teofimo Lopez, in the ring right there. So he's gonna have to, he's training with Devin Haney, which is probably a good move. So he's training with Devin Haney, getting ready for Teofimo Lopez. So he's gonna really have to box, stay on the outside, and don't get caught with those blistering right uppercuts. Teofimo Lopez, he can throw them from all angles, and because Teofimo is so athletic, so gifted, if Teofimo come in there in top shape, he's going to be putting that pressure on Jemaine Ortiz, and Jemaine Ortiz do not like pressure, right? He's just horrible for him, because he just make all the wrong moves when you pressure him, and he does this bend over thing right here, where he bends over on the inside. That's an uppercut for Teofimo Lopez, and he throws it so short and so fast. He put a lot of torque on it, and he could throw. I mean, and he sets himself up to come over the top. You know what I'm saying, or to throw a hook. Teofimo Lopez is just a gifted fighter with hand speed and power. And if he does this bend over thing like this. He does this all the time in fights. That's why I took a picture of this. He always been so. It's almost like that Eric Lubison, the mistakes he used to make when he kind of like first came in and got knocked out by Jamel Charlo, right? You can't bend over like this, and saying you can't. You're blinding yourself for one, and you're talking about you're blinding yourself against a more powerful fighter. I'm saying a class A fighter, A+ fighter. So he's gonna have to stay out the pocket in exchanging with Teofimo Lopez, I believe, or he's going to get knocked out early because he does this a lot. This is a habit. This is just a habit he does when he get close into the pocket. He likes to, he likes to ball up like this and use that guard, and saying that's when he gets teed off on. He's going to take a lot of damage, and I think Teofimo Lopez. I think they've seen the tendencies of Jemaine Ortiz. He's going to have to work those kind of flaws out. He's going to have to be more like Devin Haney. Maybe that's why he's training with Devin Haney, so he can get this kind of stuff out of his boxing. Because he's going to get if this Jemaine Ortiz that fought Vasil Lomachenko and then Antonio Moran, if that one shows up, that's the one he's going to get knocked out, and he's going to get knocked out fast. You know, he's going to have to be sharp. He's going to have to stay moving, and he's going to have to box Teofimo Lopez because he got too many flaws on the inside and pulling out. And that's what Teofimo is on front foot fighter, a fighter that, that's explosive is Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez also is elusive. So I don't see what kind of damage he's going to be able to put on Teofimo Lopez, because if he come in the same shape he came in that Josh Taylor fight, I went back and rewatched that fight, and he was just floating all over the ring, man. He was just like a little gazelle. But Taylor was 34, I believe, and he was an older fighter. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was competitive early, but the younger man separated himself. But Jemaine Ortiz, he don't have the same foot speed as Teofimo Lopez. He's just a gifted dude. You know what I'm saying? So to me, Jemaine Ortiz, he's gonna have to fight at a more rapid pace. You know what I'm saying? To stay on his toes, and make Teofimo Lopez, reach and come at him. He's gonna have to play the counter puncher. He's gonna definitely have to play the counter puncher. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got. That's what I wanted to say. This has been Pool Kind of Boxing. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel for more hardcore boxing content. Peace.